back to the best of the Morning X with legendary golfer Lee Trevino.
You know, you talk about everyone smiling and bringing that part to the game. What do you think about the people like Tiger who bitches and moans and screams at people and is frowning all the time? What do you think about that for the game?
I tell you what, Tiger came on. I've never seen a man so young with so much talent, and everyone expected so much of him. He's still young. He's the freshest thing that's hit the tour since John Bailey out there.
Is that his excuse, though? He's young?
He's young. He's going to learn. And he'll do just fine. And when he does, when I think that's what's bothering, that's what's wrong with his game right now more than anything, is he wants to win so bad that he's getting very frustrated out there, and he's actually taking it out on the clubs and the ground and everything else.
And the people around, yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to learn to relax, and when he starts relaxing and has that almost I don't care attitude, then I think he's going to start playing much better. But he's young yet, yeah. He'll be just fine, yeah.
You know, and one of the things that is said all the time about Tiger is also that he's big into the psych game and psyching opponents out. What do you do, or what did you used to do to kind of play the mind game with your opponents?
I never did anything, to tell you the truth. You know, I was always known as the mouth of the South, so I always talked a lot. I always talked a lot. So, I mean, I'd talk to a tree, the gallery, my caddy, and if the other two players didn't want to talk, then I would think out loud. That's the most frustrating thing there is. And I'll tell you something, and you can do that if you want to. Like, I would have a putt, and I would make a bad stroke. I'd push it or I'd pull it. And even though it went the opposite way that it's supposed to, I'd say, I can't believe that putt broke right.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot believe that. And I'm actually talking to the air of my caddy, but that other guy's listening to that.
Oh, so in other words, you would say you mishit it, or you would blame it on a break that wasn't there.
That wasn't there. That actually went the other way.
I see.
And the guy's looking at it anyway. And I'll tell you something. 7 out of 10 times the guy will miss the putt. If he's on the same line now, he's got doubt in his mind. He's saying, "Damn, Trevino's ball went right. This ball's supposed to go left."
That's funny.
That's great.
Yeah, but you can think out loud, yeah.
Couple quick things. First of all, we know on your resume, on your long list of victories, there is not a Masters victory on there. Have you gone on record saying you're not a big fan of the Masters?
Oh, I'm not a big fan of the golf course. I'm a big fan of the tournament. I'm a big fan of of Augusta.
Why not
I have
the
a
course?
lot of friends there.
Why don't you like the course?
The golf course was built strictly for a high ball hitter. And the greens with the undulation that they have. I was a low ball hitter, and the greens and the golf course is not built. You know, there's tracks for certain golfers, and what do they call it? Courses for horses or whatever they want to say.
Sure.
That was a high ball golf course. That's why Nicklaus won that golf tournament so many times, is because the higher you hit the ball, the longer, and you had to hit it from right to left. I hit the ball low, and I hit it from left to right. Now,
see.
if you'll recall, I led that tournament a couple of times after 36 holes, but we had weather like we're having right now. Oof. It was really muddy. So my low trajectory shot, I could hold on the greens. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Then it dried out, and I couldn't do it. And those greens are so severe that the most difficult thing in the world is when you miss one of those greens at Augusta, you can't chip up and make the putt. I mean, it's just very difficult to get an up and down. But I have never said anything bad about the town or the golf tournament. I think it's the eighth wonder of the world. Well, the golf course they asked me about, and I told them it wasn't a great golf course, and I still stick by that.
Well, you're playing at one of the finest golf courses in the state this weekend. If you get the round in, the Golf Club of Georgia, no doubt. I mean, it's a great track.
I'm going to tell you, this gentleman here wanted to build a golf course to rival Augusta, and I think he did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, it is.
And Arthur Hill, if I'm not mistaken, was the designer on this golf course. And I tell you what, and I played with the owner last year, and I made one suggestion to him. He needs to change the 17th green.
What's the matter with that? Is it?
Well, he only has one pin placement. It's on the front right.
That's not bad. Now, another friend of ours who plays a lot of golf is Tom Glavine. Have you ever played with Tom?
Played with Tom, smoked, and
those guys are addicted.
They're addicted, and they're pretty damn good players. I played with them when they were in training down in spring training in Florida, when Ken Green had a charity event for abused children down there, and we all played together. And I'll tell you something, they're pretty good players.
They're damn good.
Yeah, very good players.
With the time they spend out on the golf course, I
well,
would hope
pitchers
so.
have
You know,
more time.
that's true.
They don't
have
have
the
to
whole
go in the
week.
batting cage.
They have the whole week to golf.
Now, let me just ask you briefly. I've never understood. Here's a guy, all these guys, Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino.
Yeah.
You guys walk around with the caddies. What can a caddy tell you on the course? I always see them helping you and telling you this and that. What advice can a caddy give you that you don't already know? You're Lee Trevino.
They can't give you enough advice for what they're getting paid today. I will tell you that. These caddies are making that Duval's caddy this year has made more from Duval on the regular tour than Ben Hogan won his entire life.
What?
That's sad.
Man, that
Ben
sounds like
Hogan,
a job for me.
Listen to me. Ben Hogan won $244,000 in a lifetime playing golf. And I think Duval's caddy in four tournaments that he won this year has made like 240.
That's amazing, Barnes. Let me tell you, carrying around a huge bag of golf clubs, 18 holes,
But I'll
up and
tell you
down hills
something.
is not the job.
For that kind of jack.
What they do for you, it's like a legal secretary for a lawyer.
Yeah.
It's like a great registered nurse for a doctor. You don't have to be on time. You can be late. You don't have to play a practice round. The caddy has looked at this course. You believe in his work. He's got the yardages. He helps you sometimes when you get in some very difficult situations and you need someone to pull some golf clubs for you. He can help you with that. I tell you, good caddies are priceless.
Yeah.
Bag toters are overpaid. Yeah.
Lee Trevino, we have one final thing, which I
Yes,
think
sir.
you're going to do very well. It's called the fish quiz.
You are a fisherman. We know that.
This is
Oh, God, I haven't fished in years.
well,
but
that's okay. This is a speed game. What it is you have 15 seconds. We'll throw up on the clock, and you get to name as many fish as you can.
Right. Anything underwater counts. Anything that swims underwater counts.
Anything living
Just
underwater.
start listing fish that come to mind. You have
Speed is necessary.
15 seconds, all
Yes,
right?
speed, Lee,
Now-
I'm telling you, is very key if you want to become the champion of this tournament because
Right.
there are some
oh, my
big.
God, I don't know any fish. Go ahead.
Oh,
You don't know
come
any
Come
fish.
on,
Come
you've
on,
fished
Lee.
before, Lee.
Come on.
I know. A whale's not a fish. I know.
Sure, no, whale.
anything
a whale,
under-
No, that's not a fish.
But it counts
no,
in
but
the fish
anything
quiz.
in the water.
No.
But in our tournament rules state that it
Anything
counts.
in
So
underwater that's
it opens
living.
up all that stuff.
Anything living underwater. I'm going to throw 15 seconds up on the clock. On your mark, get set. Lee Trevino, go.
Big mouth bass, black bass, striped bass, a whale, a porpoise, an otter, a seal, a grouper. Let me see. A swordfish, a sailfish.
Ooh,
Nine.
Nine is good.
Never had otter
that all we
mentioned
got?
before.
Nine. You got 9, Lee.
Okay.
The record is 15,
Oh my God.
but that's-
Nine's good.
That's okay. You're
Respectable.
still in the money.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you so much for your time. You're a very
Hey,
nice
guys,
man.
You're wonderful.
That was great. Thank you.
God bless you.
See you, Lee.
Trevino.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, you really gotta pry stuff out of that guy.
What a nice guy.
You
Very
gotta-
nice guy.
I mean, there's a guy who just doesn't want to talk
He's
about
fun.
anything.
Lee Trevino on the Morning X.